just wake up with leather skin and you prepare to wrestle? Start oiling yourself up?
No, it's like, oh, no, no. I think it's as soon as you wake up, before your eyes are even open, you just shoot out of bed and just, whoo! That's what I mean. He just hoots, right?
So, yeah, he does. He's got a woo.
Woo!
Yeah. So hold on. Your alarm goes off at like 5 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Your girlfriend is like, "Get up, Matthew. You have to go take a shower. Get ready for school." And you're lying in bed going, "Woo!" Just to get you up.
I think so. Maybe some arm hugs too, like you're just getting ready for a fight. So you're like trying to hug a big bear in front of you.
Yeah, you're just swinging your arms around to like
going,
get your
woo, woo, woo. Different variations.
So
maybe like Mickey Mouse or something. Maybe it doesn't all have to be Ric Flair. Just
So wait a second. You're waking up. You start the alarm. Your girlfriend's saying like, "All right, Matt, get up. You gotta go take a shower." And you go like, "Ho ho, woo!" Like, what do you?
yeah, that's probably maybe get rid of the Mickey Mouse part because that seems a little strange. But
So your
Ric
your alarm
Flair
goes
wake up.
off. Your girlfriend's telling you to get up. She's still got her eyes closed, and right beside her is Matthew going, "Woo!" And then her eyes wake up. She's now not going back to sleep because she's got a man just wooing around in the room. You go take a shower. You put your socks on, but you're losing a little motivation now. You relax after your shower.
You need another woo.
Another woo.
Just the adrenaline going. That's why
Your
Flair
poor
did it.
girlfriend. Your poor girlfriend.
I'll get her to wake up crying in no time.
Oh, Matthew.
I don't know. I think
Does this set your day off on the right track? Do you feel like a nature boy?
a nature boy?
Yeah, that was Ric Flair's nickname, the Nature Boy.
I don't know anything about it other than this hooting and hollering. But I'll do it at school pretty often. If I'm like really see myself slowing down, my eyes are closing, I'll just sit straight up and go woo.
What?
And I'm back. And it
Why
wakes
not?
you
Like
up.
so many people will, like slap their face a bit, get the blood flowing a little bit, but you're wooing.
You got to Ric Flair it. And I think is he still around?
Yeah, he's still alive.
I think he needs to do something like some kind of Ric Flair wake up call.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's an app. I know there's the Rock app.
Oh yeah,
where the
what's he
Rock
do?
he's your alarm clock. He tells you to wake up, you Rudy Poo candy ass, and get going with your day like the Rock would.
Just not as abrasive as a woo.
I suppose that is true.
Oh man, but I'll try it out. I've been slowly integrating it into my life, and I think the next step is just before the eyes are open. That's what gets your day going.
Matthew, the other day I was reminded of something that when I was a kid, my parents were worried that I had seizures.
Yeah.
I did not have seizures.
I don't know. Explain.
So when I was a little kid, when my imagination was running wild, I'd rub my hands together and lick my lips.
Maniacally.
Yeah, I'd rub my hands together sort of like a plotting villain. And lick my lips like, I don't know, a hungry person or something. I'm not sure. Like someone who's going to have chapped lips.
Just this vision of you as a parent, I'd be very concerned.
Exactly, right? So my folks were thinking I was having some sort of mild seizure because like I'd be doing it and they'd be like, "Seb," I'd be like, "What?" Like I'd just stop because it was just, I was just, head in the clouds. Anyway, they took me to the children's hospital.
Yeah.
They gave me some medicine and put very pinchy things on my head.
Yeah.
And I fell asleep, and they read my brain waves or something while I was asleep. When I woke up, I remember that I wanted to go back to school, and my dad, because it was wintertime and there was a big mountain of snow in the playground. I wanted to go play on the mountain of snow.
Oh yeah.
And my dad was like, "You're not going to be able to go play on that mountain." For two reasons. One, I was pulled out of school, which means during the time that I was asleep, I probably missed all of recess. And then the second reason was, by the time I got home, I was still kind of dazed by the medicine that knocked me out, that put me to sleep. And I was like sad that I didn't get to go to school to play. I ended up falling down the stairs at home once I got home. My dad was like, go downstairs and watch television. And I just tumbled down the stairs. And my dad laughed at the idea that I thought I could go play. But no, I couldn't even handle stairs.
So he takes you to the hospital because he's worried that you're sticking your tongue out a little bit too much and rubbing your hands. and then they give you medicine, and you go home and you fall down the stairs, and he just laughs.
Well, at the idea that I thought I was good to go play on the mountain. I wasn't even good enough to handle stairs.
But you would have been at least padded. You would have had a lot of outdoor
That's true. That's
layers.
true. Yeah, yeah.
And it's snow.
It's a lot easier, safer to fall down a snow mountain than a turning stairway.
But what?
It wasn't even a straight shot. There were 2 turns.
Have you talked to them about this recently? I mean, what medicine did they give you, and did it help you from licking your lips and?
Oh no.
Hands?
The medicine was just to put me to sleep while they check my brain waves to see if I'm prone for seizures. Turns out I was not having seizures. I still don't have seizures. They never were seizures. It was just me going crazy in my imagination. I still catch myself doing every now and again. I might just start clenching a fist while imagining something. Which still sounds kind of villainous, but maybe I'll be holding an object. I might squeeze that while imagining something.
Yeah,
but it's not as seizurific as it once was.
Well, maybe you need to go back and
to
test those.
Well,
brain
they closed
cells
the
again.
children's hospital, so I can't now. They're converting it into condos.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sure the children have some place to go.
No, that's it. That's it. I also got a Passepartout book. Remember Passepartout is this French TV show? They give me a book to go home with.
Is that the same as the puzzle place?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Talking about something completely different. Passepartout.
Probably.
Puppets. French puppets.
Yeah.
There we go. Well, you should have faked having seizures and you get more books.
Get more books?
That way.
Well, this one, I'm still fond of this book. It was a book about Ile Percé, the big rock in Gaspésie. And then there's like a big hole or several big holes in the rock. And sort of like, wow, how did that big rock get holes in it? And I guess like over eons erosion by water. But the tale in the book was that it was a big elephant that turned to stone.
Oh. It's very confusing.
Oh, yeah, it was very
It's
strange.
not very informative.
No.
As a
Not a
child.
great book.
No. Big elephant.
I
turned
liked
to stone. You liked it. So, I catch you sometimes still you rub your body a lot. Instead of rubbing your hands, if you're on the phone, and anyone who knows Sebastien will know this about him.
I rub my chest on the phone, eh?
You rub your chest. You lean back, and as you're talking, you just you caress your body. And you also, to this day, still, when you're in deep thought, you lick your lips like a madman.
What do you please describe? What do you mean I lick my lips like a madman?
When you're thinking about something, you get this very focused look in your eyes, and your tongue just darts out like a little iguana.
What do you mean?
This is why you had a little caricature of yourself. It was called Iguana Sebs.
Well,
and
I didn't.
It was because
it wasn't a character of myself. You decided to draw me in class one day, and you just drew basically my body wearing like a polo shirt and having an iguana head with a flaming floating crown.
Once again, it was not flaming, and I know we've talked about this once before.
All right.
Just a floating crown.
Just a floating crown.
The dead beaver had a flaming cape.
That's right.
Because we lit him on fire.
Oh, we're getting off topic.
He was already dead. But the tongue thing is true. You do that a lot, and I remember I have this on video too. Because once when you lost the student presidency,
is that when I was putting my socks on?
No, you were sitting down at a table, and I was recording your.
My sad, lonely moments.
Yes, it was. I was recording your live reaction to the PA announcement of who won the
high school
elections.
elections.
And I mean, we knew it wasn't you because he was the new president was about to, be sworn in over the PA system, and you were not in front of the microphone.
Yeah,
and so it was just you listening. As if maybe they might still say your name and you'd have to run down and claim your throne. But as you're listening, it's just your head like darting back and forth and your tongue just going in, going out. And it happened a lot. And that was the first time I noticed. And ever since then, I pay very close attention to where your tongue is.
That's a weird sentence, but please point out to me when I'm getting a case of iguana tongue, Matthew.
I will. It's not a bad thing. I'm sure. Well, I'm sure it dries out your lips because I think you're not supposed to use saliva for your lips.
Is that so?
It dries them out more, right? You use lip balm. That's why they sell lip balm.
I do have chapstick in my pocket at this very moment. It's getting cold outside. Matthew,
Yes.
what kept me warm was this burger.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yes, the burger.
Matthew, could you please tell me a bit about your burger and how you liked it? You must have been much hungrier than I was because I had just had 6 whole snails.
Yes. Slugs.
Homeless slugs.
He had a bunch of slugs. Sebastian, I usually like the Keg. I always found it to be a very fancy place, but I feel like as I'm getting older, I'm realizing it's not as fancy as I thought.
By what do you mean?
The burger was only $18.
Sure.
You need to spend at least $30 to $40 for a real fancy
A real
burger.
Keg meal?
No,
okay.
But
real
I
fancy
mean, we
burger.
sat by the fire, and I
Yeah.
thought that was very classy. But
That was
then
nice.
The fireplace was just a run-of-the-mill electric fireplace. That's a few.
Wasn't gas?
No,
Were there not real flames?
no.
Oh,
It was
okay.
just a.
I had my back to it, so I just felt the warmth and didn't really pay much
No, it's
attention.
just it's a heater, but it's
Yeah.
You know, you're not being
A
heated
showy
by the
heater.
flames. Yeah. So I didn't love that, but I think it's just I'm at the level now where I can see that the Keg is not as classy as I want it to be, but I'm not able to afford one of the real classy places.
Now, but I mean, Matthew, you and I, in this little burger quest of ours, we've gone to see plenty of restaurants, 85 or so,
Yeah, give or take.
and some of them have been fancier restaurants.
Yeah.
Do you feel now that we've visited plenty of restaurants that are fancier than the Keg?
I believe we have.
Maybe a few.
I think so.
Oh, and I forgot to mention,
Yes.
I did what I do when we visit fancy restaurants for the show, Matthew.
That was the seal of approval to me. That's when I realized we were in a fancy restaurant, is when you did this next thing.
As I have on at least 2 other occasions, one of them was Prohibition. I don't remember what the other one was, but I know it happened.
Yeah.
Maybe it was at Monkland Tavern.
Maybe any place they give us a little candle and I remark on how fancy I feel.
Usually you mention how scrappy your clothes are when we go to a nice place.
Oh, yeah, and how romantic this setting is.
Yes, that's right.
So
Oh, maybe the other place was Foie Gras.
maybe.
But whenever we go to a nice restaurant, I make sure. Well, I don't. It just so happens that I'm chewing gum, and I stick my gum under the table.
Yeah.
That's the seal of approval that this is a fancy restaurant. Because if not, they'll have paper napkins, and I could put in the paper napkin. That means it's a fabric napkin kind of place.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go put in the fabric napkin, the gum.
Would you rather put it under the table?
Sure.
I felt under the table to see if this was the kind of place other people were putting their gum. No gum under that table.
No, but I did feel that there had been gum that was removed.
Well, so you're making somebody have a real bad time then.
I suppose, but this is probably part of their job to remove gum from below tables. I'm keeping people employed.
I don't think they have specific gum removers. I'm sure it's someone else's job to just kind of casually run their
It's like
hand
you
underneath.
refilled the salt, you remove the gum, and you polish the silverware.
Yeah, if there's
And
not,
if their no gum, that person's got an easy task.
yeah, but it doesn't mean like if there's no gum, they have to go home and they're not able to afford food for their families. Like there wasn't enough gum, people just aren't chewing gum anymore. I'm sure it's just it's a hassle.
Yeah, that's probably
They'd
true.
rather go around and find no gum.
All right, let's get into the burger though. Moving on past the gum.
Okay, I didn't like the burger, Sebastian. I found it to be very dry, very tasteless. This is probably, I think, the first burger in our 85 plus burgers that I opened the bun up, and I even looked at you and I said, "You're not going to like this," and don't judge me, but I sprinkled a little bit of salt in there.
Oh, did you?
In
on
the
the
burger,
bun?
on the meat on the patty
Okay,
itself,
on the patty.
because I found there was no taste to it.
There was also a big piece of tomato that you removed.
Oh, the sloppiest, grossest.
It was a large slice of tomato.
Yeah, like a freak tomato, like something that's been injected with, I don't know, hormones. I feel like would only make it better.
Maybe steroids?
Maybe. But I didn't like it at all, Sebastian. It was so sloppy that even when I removed it, it looked like it had already been through the digestive tract of some large man and came out again, redder.
It looked like it had been slightly fried.
I just found like it looked like real mashed up because when I removed